Hello everyone, it's Fiona from Fiona's Angel Wisdom page on Facebook. Welcome to another edition of Angel Thoughts. Today I've got a couple of decks of cards and so on to look at, and I just thought I'd start off with Angel Numbers by Doreen Virtue. And today someone pulled a raffle ticket which was 444, so I figured that I will just tell you all what 444 means. Thousands of angels surround you at this moment, loving and supporting you. You have a very strong and clear connection with the angelic realm and are an earth angel yourself. You have nothing to fear. All is well. There you go. And I'm going to randomly open another page and see where I end up. It's 13. Ascended Masters ask you to stay positive and give them any fears or doubts that they can heal and transmute. This number also means the sacred feminine, the goddess, the intuitive side, as there are 13 moon cycles in a year. There you go. So anybody who's interested in angel numbers, there's a book by Doreen Virtue and Lynette Brown. I think Lynette Brown often gets left off, but she also worked on that book and the meaning of angel numbers. And with us today we have Shamuel, my black and white cat, and he's sitting there and purring his socks off again. If you've listened to Angel Thoughts before, you'll know that he often makes an appearance. So I'm going to pull a card from the Crystal Oracle deck by Tony Carmine Salerno and just see what crystal we can work with for the coming week ahead. And all of my cards are pulled whilst I'm doing the recording, so it's all fresh. Azurite, which is a beautiful bluey purple coloured stone. Azurite. Believe in yourself, for you have the ability to materialise your dreams. Throughout the coming months, you will begin to expand your horizons and explore new possibilities for your life. You will realize all that you need in order to manifest your dreams is self-confidence. Believe in yourself and do not let anything stand in your way. Even if you are rejected, do not give up, for even rejection can serve to strengthen your resolve and character, provided you are ready for it. Expect it and see it as something you can learn from. Success is guaranteed provided you remain focused and confident. See every experience as a learning experience. So, Azurite, self-confidence, creativity, and expanding awareness. I think that's fitting for 21-12-12, where we're all, not all of us, some of us are ascending. Some of us are already on the right track and on our soul's purpose journey. So, the ascension will run smoothly for those people. Others are still limping along, struggling a little bit, but come 21-12-12, there'll be another shift, and those people will be stepping into their path come the new year, and into the new year. Some people won't be ascending because not everybody is ascending. Some people have come to this earth plane to live entirely human lives. We're all different. We're not, but we're all the same. But not everybody's going to be ascending, and then there'll be the ones that are fighting it and don't want to raise their vibration and live in a higher frequency and be on their soul's purpose. They're quite content with what they have built up for themselves to now. I hope that makes sense. So next I'm going to pull a card from Ask an Angel by Tony Carmine Salerno. When it comes to Tony Carmine Salerno cards, I generally read the description from the book, simply because he has amazing descriptions, and I don't want to take away from his personal message that he gives with his cards, because I'm not sitting here with someone reading their cards. I'm just working through them with you guys. So, one card. Oh, my favorite one, Divine Love. I'm sure we had this one on the page the other day, and I know that previously I've always had this in from the book Angelic Inspirations, and I love the picture, and it's two angels lying together, and it's a male and female, and the male's nestling into the female. So Divine Love. Love is the essence of all there is. If everything in the universe is in divine and perfect order, and every situation, event and experience brings about the next step in the cosmic dance, then every experience, whether happy or sad, is God's love working through our lives, teaching us and helping us to grow and evolve. When you can look at your experience and see that your soul has gained what your soul has gained, you allow the love of God into your heart. Every experience offers you the opportunity to learn and grow, and this is the greatest gift of all. Like the muscles in the body, when the psyche is not challenged and exercised, it becomes weak, limp, and eventually dies. It is time now to realize that you are loved, you are love. That is the simple truth, whether you are conscious of it or not. This is a time for turning the act of love inward on yourself. The universe offers endless supplies of love. But what you do with that love is your choice. All relationships are a reflection of what you feel about yourself and what you feel you deserve. It is time to really notice what your relationships are saying about you. It is time to go within and really give yourself what you need. That may require you to take time for yourself, set new boundaries, or pamper and adorn yourself. Whatever it is imperative that you pinpoint what it is you really need and work on fulfilling that need for yourself. An easy way of figuring out what you need is to look at what you feel is missing in your relationship or noticing what it is that attracts you about a person, and in turn giving those things to yourself. Once you take it upon yourself to love, honor, and respect yourself and remove any harmful influences, you will find that the world will reflect that love back to you. Now, I do feel that a lot of people are turning and noticing their very own potential through this ascension process, and actually feeling more at ease in their body. I mean, those that have spent a lifetime feeling uneasy in their body or uncomfortable or cranky will know what that means, to finally start settling down, becoming calmer, being more open to other people, and so on. Next, I'm going to get this book out, Within a Miraculous Realm, by Richard J. Oddo, and it's quite an amazing little book. You can barely get it. You can't really. I think it's out of publish because it's self-published, and this guy, he published it back in first edition 1988, and he's a spiritual warrior. So a spiritual warrior is the one with a dream and lives it as the artistry of his life. Each dream is a unique expression, yet we are all the same dreamer. The warrior is no different than anyone else, except that he understands the miracle that he is, and he walks this realm in wonder. His life reflects the beauty of his soul, for he is the power of life, and his dream is the breath of God. All essays, poems, parables, and stories are handwritten and edited by the author. All artwork is hand-drawn by the author. 95% of all material, printing, and mailing costs have been paid for by the author, with the remainder coming from loving donations. This book is published by Richard J. Oddo, Spiritual Warrior Press. Copyright 1988. This book is copyrighted only to prevent it being misused. People dedicated to seeking greater self-understanding and growth of spiritual awareness have my willing permission to reproduce material from this book. So this is where I have the permission to actually read this book to you, which I will be doing over the course of however long it takes, but not all in one go. A warrior prediction. Freedom is above and beyond the manifestation. It is its soul, yet not bound by, for it is the link between the manifest and the absolute. Our heart is freedom's temporary home of emanation, and physical existence is freedom's appearance. The mind is unconditional freedom, while our thoughts are illusions of freedom. All are of one spiritual reality, and freedom in its essence. I am a spiritual being whose only attribute is freedom. Freedom is the eternal spark of the Absolute coming into manifestation. It is my sacred trust to nurture my freedom through the experience of living, ever conscious that my freedom is my true nature and primal essence of my spirit. Ever present in this moment, my freedom will shine forth to share its vibrant gift of love. For the call will come soon, and I shall return my freedom back into the oneness. Dedication to my beloved earth and to all those rare souls who have realized the wonder of its blessings. Primal thought. There is a creative force, a universal substance, a supreme consciousness, an ultimate reality. I call it the Absolute. Everything in this book will stem from this truth. Within a miraculous realm. The warrior is joyful for no apparent reason. He is not blind to the sorrow and anguish of the world, but it has no more reality to him than a dream. The warrior makes his conscious choice to dwell within a miraculous realm. My body is encased in a perception of mystery, and within it my spirit sojourns in freedom. For eternity has placed a precious moment before me, and it is my challenge to grasp its essence. I have humbly accepted the ways of a spiritual warrior and live joyously within my heart, for here my spirit abides. And I need not travel upon this land any longer. My vision has taken me into a realm of respect, and it is a miraculous land indeed, for the wonder and mystery that enfold me can only be viewed by the soul. My essence of life is beyond this world, and within this eternal home and commune in peace, in a sublime tranquility of breathless wonder. I feel the pulse of this universe and live in the flow of its energy, but this is only a mirror to the truth of existence, which is already within me. I am here, and there is nowhere to go, and nothing to do, and nothing to seek. I am here in the midst of life, breathlessly watching its parade of wonder, and rejoicing as it unfolds. What mystery has been woven into us? What miracle we all are. We are here, and yet we are not. Our essence is pure and whole within the Absolute, and we cannot stray from our home. Life is the ultimate challenge, and it is our prayer of existence. Today I will walk through this lush field of aspens, but the reality of my essence will forever be journeying within a miraculous realm. I have chosen this symbol to represent the higher nature within us all. It's the one where you fold your legs and you sit with your palms facing upwards. It is our manifested true self as respect of the Absolute, and is present universally and equally in all. It is our true nature that perceives this world and is likewise present, as the perception for perceiver and perception are one and cannot be divided. The enclosing circle represents the undifferentiated whole of the Absolute, for there is one reality, and we abide within the encompassing totality as the essence of its manifested form. We are the universal expression of one pure energy, and as such Our true nature is the life and essence of the one ultimate reality. Preface to Wandering of the Heart. Scattered throughout this book are 8 of my personal adventures that have etched a memory within my heart. They all carry the same title, but each is a unique experience of an unforgettable occurrence. One that not only had great beauty and challenge, but also heightened my spiritual awareness. For my hiking is very much my meditation, and each one an avenue to raise my consciousness. This is the attitude of wonder as I strive to maintain, and it sets the mood for my adventures as I sojourn within the incredible realm. And as I walk breathlessly within this mystery of perception, I have found the realization that it is not in this world that I humbly and respectfully walk, for my spirit has taken me wandering within my heart. Granite or crystal? That's next week. I know, for me it's a bit awkward to read because when you read to yourself it's not quite so strained. So what I'll do is go from that book, which is totally the reality and the surreality of life, and no matter where you go, no matter where you're at, we're all one with each other, we're all one with the universe, yet yet our mind separates us from that. And I think that's quite a fascinating way to look at our placement here. It is a placement, a mission, not for everyone, because everybody's ascending at different spaces and phases. That's why it's probably hard to understand why some people are just, appear to not care or not have a heart or whatever, or just care about money and material things, and that's their journey, and that's lessons that they've agreed to learn and teach. If we didn't have those kind of people, we probably might not even have this conscious awareness right now. Okie dokie. So, Ascended Masters by Doreen Virtue. And it's the cards for the coming week. Okay. So choose peace. So that's the Crown card, choose peace. So if you are having difficulties with friends or family or relations outside of your home, if there is an olive branch that you can offer or take, then it's that peacefulness that will come from that. If you come from a place of love and understanding, and instead of anger, then things can be resolved. Maybe not for happy days, but in a mutual and respectful way that serves everybody. So hopefully anybody who's got dramas going on, there's peace to be had. Focus on your strengths. So instead of thinking of all the things that you can't do, shine your light with everything that you can do. So think about those things, and they're telling me about people who are focusing on not being able to pay bills and stressing about those things. There's lessons. As part of those things are lessons, and they might not be nice lessons, and they might not be good lessons, but they are lessons nonetheless. And the more hope you put into the situation, and the more that you bless the situation, the more able you are to come through those things. And when you are able to pay bills and rent and things like that, give thanks. Just give thanks and focus on enjoyment. The next card is stay focused. So you're on this mission, whatever mission it is, keep at it. Know where your goal is, and even if people and situations steer you away from it, don't keep your eye off the goal. Just because you've made a slight detour doesn't mean that you can't still get there. So make sure you know what you want and you go for it. And then the next card is to see the other person's point of view. So this is where you're coming from. and then flip the coin and try and understand where they're coming from. You might not necessarily be able to expect them to do the same, because they're not you, and they might not be ascending, they might not be spiritual in any way, shape or form, or they might not be there yet at that point where they can look at where you're coming from. So just hear the other person out if there is a conversation to be had, or look at all angles before casting judgment. It's very hard being a human and not to judge, or not to lose your temper, or not to shut the shutters down. But don't. Find ways of expressing yourself, ultimately, by dancing, drawing, doing exercises, writing. Anything that makes you feel at ease and de-stresses you is good for you. So I've been told to pull another card from that deck, because it's sort of not quite closed. There's no closure with that spread. It just says choose peace, focus on what you want, live your life's purpose, and focus on having enough. Yeah, and then the next card is yoga. So, you know, do the exercising, breathing, focus on your breathing. When you're stressed, do the breathing exercise. Deep into your abdomen and exhale. And even if you feel that you want to if you push your hands forward, like raise them in front of your face, and you hold them palms facing forward, and as you breathe in, push your hands forward, and as you breathe out, drop them down and pull them back. And just do that a couple of times, and just roll your shoulders back and just stretch your body, especially if you spend a lot of time at computers or watching television or reading books and marking papers, if you've got an office job or something like that. It's very important to release your physical body of the strain and stress, and maybe even go for a massage and just find ways to relieve the tension. And then I pulled another card, is open your heart to love. So love's what you're after. You connect to Jesus, who loved all, and just remove the blocks. Work with the angels to remove those blocks that are holding you back from receiving the love that you deserve, and the love that shines from you. The more you shine it outward, the more you receive it inward. Okay? So that's the cards for the week ahead. So I'm feeling quite, I don't know, it's really wonderful to have everybody back on my page, and to see that a lot of people have stayed, and all the old names, and I was a bit worried maybe that it might not work combining old with new, but it's so far it's blended in beautifully, and I'm so happy to have everybody back again. And hello Angela, and hello Ali. I know that you two ladies are listening, and maybe even Rebecca. Hi Rebecca. Just nice to know that I've got my three trusted ladies there. And here's a card from another card, Magdalene Oracle Cards by Tony Carmine Salerno, because I really love his cards. As you know, Eternal Embrace. There's one. Love is like an ocean, forever longing for your shore. Anyway, that's the back of the book, but Eternal Embrace. Now the angels want me to talk about them in a minute, so don't let me forget. I need to talk about the angels. And my kitty's gone off now. Anyway, everything in the universe consists of complementary opposites. So there is no point in wishing that everyone around you was more like you. Accept this universal truth, and you will avoid further disappointment. Every time you identify a quality in another that you don't like, pause for a moment and identify that same quality within you. If you have identified that quality in another, then it's sure to exist also in you. If you can't see it within yourself, it is simply because you have repressed that quality. Every quality you think you possess comes with an opposite quality attached to it. That's the balance, isn't it? You can't have one without having the other. Read and reflect on the following sets of qualities or feelings. Listed on the next page are several times each day. As you go, you may want to add more qualities. Slowly reflect on each until you are able to see that see each of these qualities within yourself. When you are able to own and love each one equally, you will have made a major breakthrough which leads to a newfound sense of balance and well-being. Qualities and feelings to own and love. Positive, negative. Friendly, not friendly. Happy, sad. Peaceful, aggressive. Strong, weak. Trusting, fearful. Confused, clear-headed. Spiritual, physical. Responsible, irresponsible. Considerate, inconsiderate. Angry, calm. Feminine, masculine. Cruel, kind. Now, I know we all have those, the opposites and negatives, and it's okay to have those, as long as we spend more time in the positive aspect rather than the negative one. But every time you feel negative, take a deep breath and pull in the positive. When you're feeling unfriendly, just remind yourself that it's better to be friendly. Peaceful and aggressive. Well, being angry sometimes, just remember that if you are wrong in your aggressive or assertiveness, to go and apologize. Strong, weak. There's no shame in being a little bit weak. It's fine. It's part of being human. Trusting, fearful. It's good to have a balance of trust and fear, because if you only trust, you're not going to rationalize. You lose your rational. I believe you lose your rational thinking, and people can take advantage of you. So sometimes it's good to be skeptical rather than fearful. Confused, clear-headed. So confusion is good because it makes you reassess situations, make you look at things all over again, and then you get your clear head. So there's a balance in that. Spiritual, physical. Well, since we're human beings, if we were meant to be spiritual, completely spiritual, we'd be up in the heavens, living our soul's life up there, delegating. But since we're in the physical realm, we do have to be grounded on this earth plane and live partly human lives. But that doesn't mean you can't combine the two, because it's entirely possible. There's many people that do that. Trust in yourself as well. Considerate, inconsiderate. Sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind and be selfish, but as long as your consideration outweighs your inconsideration, it's all good. Angry and calm. Being angry, it's good to be angry sometimes. It kind of gets the heart pumping and makes you appreciate the stillness in life, and also makes you realize the blessings that you have. Feminine, masculine. Well, that's the yin and yang, be cruel and kind. Well, we've done that. I've spoken about that. So that's what the card is all about. And the internal embrace is that when love comes to you, take it with both hands, grab it. Especially when it's a mutual love. But life is all learning and then living. So if your soul asks for a set amount of learning process on earth plane, and stuff happens and it brings out negatives or hurt and pain and anguish, it's something that we ask to learn. And if we keep repeating the same lesson, then it's something that we are meant to let go of and acknowledge, I've learned that now. So if there's something that keeps repeating, a cycle that keeps repeating itself, just say, okay, what is it am I meant to have learned here? And then acknowledge it, and then that will go away and you'll be fine. And you'll start, and then you'll move on to the next step and the next step. So I couldn't sit here and tell you what the purpose of life is, but I'd say it's to be loving, be loved by not many, but by people who genuinely care about you and genuinely want you to be successful in all that you do. And if you can love yourself and all of your flaws, then other people will love you and your flaws. Archangel Michael says, remember that he's there for protection. He's there if you've broken down equipment such as your computers or your car's not starting, and if you can't fix it, people will be sent along to help you. Archangel Raphael is there for the healing with his team of healing angels, but also he is there on journeys, just like Archangel Michael. So if you're going on a long journey, if you connect to Archangel Raphael and say, please ensure that my journey goes well and with little disruption, then generally that's what happens, unless there's a reason for you not being able to do certain things or travel in one go, because there might be you might be held back for a reason, because maybe your other stuff might get delayed, and that might cause further disruption to your travel plans and so on. Archangel Chamuel, love and friendship, same as Archangel Haniel. Archangel Jophiel is there for beautifying your life, changing things in the workplace and home life, and helps locate lost items. Archangel Zadkiel connect to the violet flame to help transmute your negativity and blocks and emotions, and always give a lot of gratitude. Be thankful for the money that you have, be thankful for the friends that you have, the roof over your head, the clothes on your back. You might not like hardly any of those things, but even if you don't like them, give thanks for them, and the more thankful and genuine thanks that you feel, the more you'll be led to the things that you do want. And make wish lists, write down what you want, and if you feel that you don't deserve it, why don't you deserve it? Why does somebody else deserve something more than you do? We're all equal, no matter how much money we've got, no matter what job we do. We are all the same, yet we're all different, and everybody deserves whatever it is that they feel that they deserve. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that, and I wish you all a beautiful week ahead, and I hope that my little rambling and my purry kitty cat have kept you good company and taught you something about yourself, or maybe about other people today. And remember that judging or talking about certain situations, even if it's not about you but somebody else that you know, it's perfectly fine to do that, as long as you acknowledge that you care about those people, and that you're maybe feeling uneasy for them because you can see that they're holding themselves back, or somebody else back in their family, by not being more open, and so on and so forth. And we are human beings, and no matter how spiritual we try to be, there's a rarity in humans that don't judge and don't gossip and don't do things that are part of being human. And that's all part of the ascension process. And don't be too hard on yourselves. Don't try and force yourself to be something that you're not ready to be. Everything will happen in the divine time at the right time. Okay, much love to you. Bye bye.